Halo guys, bersama saya lagi dalam ORAITNOPO channel. Baru sebentar tadi sahabat semua ya, PMX dikawal rapi oleh Sekuriti ya, pihak keselamatan ya, di mana Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim menuju ke Forum Ekonomi Timur Rusia bersama dengan pimpinan dan juga Presiden Rusia itu sendiri, Putin. Jadi sahabat semua, tanpa membuang masa, saya ingin membawakan Anda sesi dialog dan juga kenyataan ucapan daripada Perdana Menteri kita, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Jadi tanpa membuang masa sahabat semua, ayo kita tonton bersama video ini.
Уважаемый господин Анвар Ибрагим, уважаемый господин Хаджин, дамы и господа.
Здравствуйте. Dear President Vladimir Putin, Vice President of China, Hanzhou, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to President Vladimir Putin for inviting me to this preeminent and momentous forum here in Vladivostok. It is also momentous for me on a personal level because, believe it or not, this is my very first visit to Russia. More than 50 years ago, when I was still an active youth leader, I flew Aeroflot and transited Moscow airport on my way to Belgium for the International Youth Conference. We were not allowed to disembark, only to the transit hotel. So I never got the chance to set foot on Russian soil. And it's real pleasure here to be finally in Vladivostok, where history blends seamlessly with progress and where the vastness of Russia meets the boundless promise of Asia Pacific. As a crossroads of commerce, this city has been shaped by diverse influences, reflecting a rich heritage of Russian and East Asian traditions, making Vladivostok a concert of cultures. Beyond its economic significance, Vladivostok holds a distinctive place in Russian history as a vital seaport and the eastern terminus of the legendary Trans-Siberian Railway. This city truly embodies Russia's connection with the East. Here, we find a powerful symbol of our gathering, a convergence of geography, ideas, aspirations, and futures. Since its inception in 2015, the Eastern Economic Forum has consistently drawn visionaries and leaders from around the world. This is fitting, as Northeast Asia, which includes the Russian Far East, is a region of vibrant economic dynamism and immense potential. Indeed, it contributes about a fifth of the world's GDP. I would therefore like to thank President Putin for his vision and leadership in establishing this forum, which continues to foster meaningful dialogue and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, Russia is not just a strategic and economic reality that commands attention. Indeed, as a cultural, intellectual, and scientific force, Russia's prominence on the global stage transcends the confines of commerce and geopolitics, reaching deep into the very fabric of human history and thought. Russia's preeminence stems not from military might or economic leverage, crucial as that may be, but from the enduring power of ideas, the beauty of artistic expression, and an unwavering pursuit of knowledge. These achievements from the bedrock of the remarkable soft power, earning Russia a place of global respect and admiration, influencing the hearts and minds of people around the world. For me personally, this influence is most powerfully felt in literature. I say this with earnest conviction because having drunk deeply from the wellsprings of English and Malay literature in my early education, and then later having immersed in the works of Dante, Shakespeare, and Milton, I do believe that life would be so much poorer without literature, particularly Russian literature. In this regard, I can't sing enough praises for the great Russian authors and poets who have explored the profound complexities of life, unparalleled insight, and whose works have had a lasting impact on my understanding of society and human condition. For instance, the works of Fyodor Dostoevsky and Leo Tolstoy, just to name a few, delve into the moral and philosophical dilemmas that define what it means to be human. While Dostoevsky challenges us to engage with the intricacies of faith, doubt, and the human soul, Tolstoy invites us to reflect on the nature of power, responsibility, and the passage of time. Transcending the literary significance, the appreciation of Russian literature manifests the depth of this great nation's impact on global thought and its capacity to inform our understanding of our own ideas, roles within the border currents of history. Furthermore, the appeal and power of Russian literature extends beyond its philosophical underpinnings. Writers like Chekhov, Pushkin, Pasternak, and also my favorite Tsarina Anna Akhmatova have brought to life the joys, sorrows, and struggles of everyday existence with a realism that has resonated with me deeply. Ladies and gentlemen, in its pivotal role in advancing human knowledge through science and technology, Russia has consistently pushed the boundaries of possibility, from pioneering efforts in space exploration to groundbreaking work in nuclear physics and cybernetics. And you have heard yourself the vision and the plan expounded by President, which covers a comprehensive area, which is developmental as much as it is human. These contributions reflect a deep-seated commitment to understanding and mastering the natural world, underscoring Russia's importance in the collective progress of humanity. We are witnessing a troubling trend of protectionism that threatens to fragment the global economy. The rise of tariffs, trade barriers, and restrictions on technological exchange constitute troubling developments. In this regard, the rise of the global South does not signify merely a shift of economic power, but a reconfiguration of global influence, encompassing countries across Asia, China, India, Africa, and Latin America. The global South is on a trajectory to play a pivotal role in reshaping the future of the world economy. According to recent estimates, the global South now accounts for roughly 40% of the world's economic output and is home to about 85% of the global population. By 2030, it is projected that 3 of the 4 largest economies will be from the global South. This rise is a reality that presents both challenges and opportunities. For Malaysia, it is essential there will be strong ties to share the growth and to contribute to a more balanced global order. Like Russia, we see the potential of these developing economies, and we are committed to fostering partnership that can drive mutual prosperity. In this vein, Malaysia is actively pursuing opportunities within the global south and joining fellow nations that seek to create a new paradigm of development, one that is more inclusive, equitable, sustainable, and resilient. In a world of increasing complexity, our future prosperity depends on our ability to adapt, innovate, and build relationships that cut across traditional boundaries. The global south is rising, and Malaysia intends to rise with it. Being an open economy, Malaysia prides itself on doing business with the entire world, and we have benefited greatly from being a vital node in globalized supply chains. Central to this effort is the MADANI economic framework, which has implemented structural reform initiatives to trailblaze a more sustainable, inclusive future path for our nation. In Malaysia-Russia bilateral relations, one area ripe for collaboration includes Islamic finance, where Malaysia is regarded as a global leader, boasting a robust ecosystem of institutions that not only adhere to Sharia principles, but also drive innovation in financial investments. Russia, with its sizable Muslim population, stands at the threshold of enormous potential in Islamic finance, and I believe the introduction of Islamic banking in Russia can facilitate joint projects and attract significant investments from Muslim-majority nations. In agriculture, Russia has made remarkable strides, becoming a significant global player in this sector. As one of the world's largest grain producers and exporters, Russia plays a crucial role in ensuring global food security. Russia's agricultural exports has been instrumental in stabilizing global markets amid ongoing supply chain disruptions. Turning to education and research, Russia has a long-standing reputation for excellence, particularly in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Fields Russian universities have consistently ranked among the best globally, producing world-class scientists, engineers, and researchers. The recent establishment of the Russian-Malaysian High-Tech Center in Malaysia underscores our commitment to fostering technological innovation and academic excellence. In facilitating cooperation in developing high-tech solutions, particularly in energy efficiency, data transmission, and smart city technologies, we can harness our collective strength to drive innovation and address the challenges of the 21st century. Additionally, the strive for cutting-edge advancements such as AI and semiconductor technologies should be guided by humanistic and altruistic values to ensure that tech rivalry and inequity do not result in the hindrance of free trade and a more fragmented geopolitical landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, as upcoming ASEAN chair, Malaysia will not only focus on strengthening existing ASEAN mechanisms and institutions, but also find synergies with other regions and key dialogue partners to foster development and prosperity. In forging ahead with this approach, of utmost priority will be the need to reinforce the paramount principles of ASEAN centrality, which constitutes the linchpin for consensus building that in turn binds member states in cohesiveness action. We will intensify engagement with other sub-regions and leveraging ties with our strategic partners, including Russia. In light of this, in applying to join BRICS, Malaysia aims to diversify our economic diplomacy efforts and enhance collaboration. I would like to take a moment to express my profound thanks and gratitude to President Putin for his gracious invitation for me to attend the forthcoming BRICS summit in Kazan in October. We are entering an era marked by intense superpower rivalry, significant global economic upheavals, as well as trade and technology as tools to consolidate power bases against the growing existential threat of climate change. Together, we should continue to cooperate, speak in a unified voice, and exchange ideas and strategy to best policy practices to build a future of even greater peace and prosperity in Asia and the world. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we chart the path forward together, let us remember that the true strength of our partnership lies not only in the agreement we sign or the projects that we jointly undertake, but in the shared vision and mutual respect that bind our nation. Bolshaye spasiba. Thank you.
Спасибо. Господин Ибрагим, во-первых, поздравляю с тем, что вы добрались до нас, наконец-таки. Очень хочется поговорить о загадочной русской душе и философии, которую вы затронули в своей речи, но придется о насущном, о БРИКС. О нем вы тоже упомянули. Малайзия хочет присоединиться к объединению. В чем конкретно? Чуть подробнее расскажите, для вас выгода.
When we are part of the globalized world, we believe in continuing our trade relationship with all. We have traditionally, cumulatively, very strong investments in trade with the United States and Europe. We are building a greater collaboration with China, who has become a stronger bond together, and China remains one of our major and key partners. Russia has been traditionally a good country that we work well diplomatically. But as I said to President Putin last night, there is vast opportunities. Russia has seen its resilience, its capacity to expand in all sectors. Now, being in BRICS would allow us to benefit and share. Malaysia now is this hub for semiconductor in the region. There are some fields that we can share, but there are a lot of other areas we can. But I think the Global South network of BRICS would give us an opportunity to leverage, to ensure that there is a fair trade practices, that the international financial infrastructure is not monopolized by one country or one region. And then essentially it will be beneficial not only to Malaysia, but I think to the global south and naturally to the whole world. Thank you.
Спасибо. Владимир Владимирович, говоря о саммите БРИКС, который пройдет уже в конце октября в Казани, чего вы ждете от него, что он пройдет вот в таком виде? И еще уточню, по итогам 2023 года товарооборот России с партнерами по БРИКС 294 миллиарда долларов. Говоря о торговле, как вы видите дальнейшее развитие этого вопроса? Как вы оцениваете те темпы расчетов в национальных валютах, что сейчас есть? И дедоларизация – это уже тренд или сиюминутная еще история? Как вы считаете?
Прежде всего хочу сказать, что мы не проводим политики дедоларизации. Мы ведь не отказывались от расчетов в долларах. Нам отказали в расчетах. И мы просто...
Alright guys, so sebentar tadi kita mendengar ucaptama daripada Perdana Menteri dan juga soalan yang dikemukakan dijawab begitu padu sekali ya oleh Perdana Menteri kita. Ada soalan-soalan lain lagi ditujukan kepada Presiden Rusia, mungkin juga Presiden kepada China. Tapi karena kita tidak paham apa yang mereka nyatakan, sahabat semua. Cukup di sini saja ya, walaupun live ini masih lagi berlangsung ketika ini. Tapi apapun sahabat semua, kita ucapkan tahniah kepada Perdana Menteri kita, memang seorang pemimpin bertaraf antara bangsa. Tidak seperti lebay-lebay pemimpin-pemimpin daripada Bersatu. Presiden mereka sendiri apabila live seperti ini begitu takut ya untuk berucap ketika live. Jadi apapun, walau dibenci, walau dihina, walau diterajang, disepak dan dipenjara, dihina sebegitu rendah sahabat semua, hari ini kita boleh lihat bagaimana Datuk Seri diangkat menjadi pemimpin nomor 1 negara kita, untuk mengemudi negara kita, membangunkan ekonomi negara kita, untuk memberikan sumbangan bantuan kepada negara dan juga rakyat khususnya. Tahniah. Jadi sampai di sini saja. Sekiranya Anda mau berikan sebarang komen sahabat-sahabat semua, Anda boleh berikan di dalam ruangan komen, tapi ingat komen dengan cara berhemah. Terima kasih. Izinkan saya untuk mengundurkan diri, dan seperti biasa peribahasa mengatakan, tapapun kangkap 2 ton keinginan. Dalam bahasa Melayunya, tepuk dada, tanya selera. Sekian saja daripada ORAITNOPO Channel. Saya kita berjumpa lagi. Bye-bye.